The Leafs' struggles on the road continue as they play a good combined 20 minutes, but lose 5-4 to the New York Islanders in New York, and they're still butthurt about John Tavares and everything, which I don't know why. I mean, look, I don't need to break it down. I did in last year's video. I'm not going to do it again. They're a lot better hockey club without him, or at least with Barry Trotz and Lou Lamoriello at the helm. They've brought in great players, and they're a very good hockey team. John Tavares did everything he could for 8 years for that team, and then he's like, you know what? I have a chance to go home and make a lot of money and play for the team I grew up rooting for, and this team hasn't given me anything, so I'm out of here. I don't blame him. Nonetheless, the Leafs. First off, don't start on time yet again. And the Leafs have played, how many games is this? So that's what, 16? This is game, I think, 21 on the year. The Leafs have given up the first goal of the hockey game 15 times. That's not a recipe for wins. It's just not. You know, in the first goal of the hockey game, Matthew Barzal scores his 8th goal of the year. Jordan Eberle with the assist, and it's 1-0. Not looking good early. And then Bolivier on the power play, he scores, and just like that, it's 2-0 after one period of play. Shots on goal are 9-5 in favor of the Islanders. The Leafs are playing terrible. Freddie's having a tough time early on. This does not look pretty. Leafs come out in the second period and flat out dominate. They look incredible. 43 seconds in, Kasperi Kapanen. It's a Travis Dermott point shot. This is what happens when you put the puck on the net. Good things happen. Dermott fires it on the net. Tavares with the initial tip up high. And then Kasperi Kapanen right at the side of the net tips it past Varlamov, making it a 2-1 game really early in the period. We're feeling good. We're back in this. Midway through, Andreas Johnsson going up the ice. William Nylander dashing right to the net. Beautiful feed from Johnsson and a gorgeous tip from Nylander into the top part of the net. And we're tied at 2. You know, Johnsson and Muzzin have assists on the game, or on that goal, and we're tied. Things are looking great. They can't get a shot on net. The Leafs are flat out dominating until about, 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. Where the Leafs decide, the Leafs defense decide, the puck's not out of our zone yet, but we're both going to go out of the zone. Instead, they turn it over, puck gets fired down low to Anthony Bolivier, who's below the goal line, but no one's even in the same stratosphere as him. He goes to the backhand. Freddie Anderson's playing all pass, which you shouldn't as a goaltender. You got to play shot. You got to get the guy with the puck. And Freddie leaves the 5-hole open. A soft little backhander goes 5-hole, and Bolivier scores the second of the game. And just like that, that great period you just put together is all squandered. I understand that people will say, well, technically you won the period 2-1. Yeah, but you tied the game. You dominated the period. And to give up a late second period goal, and you know, with less than 4 minutes to play on a terrible turnover and a terrible defensive play, and and your goalie made a crappy save, or didn't make the save, rather. It just breaks your team. It just destroys them. You go into the intermission, well, it's still a 3-2 hockey game. You won in shots 13-6 in the period, but at one point, they didn't have a shot through the first, 15 minutes of the period. On the second shot of the second period, they scored. Tells you, in the last 3 minutes, they had 4 more shots. They dominated the rest of the way. You go to the third. The Leafs get an early power play, looking to tie this game up. They have a couple short-handed shots. The Leafs may have got 1 power play opportunity. Maybe got 1 shot on goal in the power play. They looked awful in the power play. Got to give Casey Cizikas credit. He was incredible on that PK in the third period. Then what happens? They continue dominating. They keep dominating, and then Jake Muzzin, not sure why, the puck's far gone, bud. Why are you knocking Jordan Eberle in the chest? Whether we went down soft or not, why are you even making that happen? Puts them back in the power play. They're already 1-for-1 in the day. And Derek Brassard scores. The 4 Leafs are just watching the puck and gliding over there. Meanwhile, Derek Brassard's at the top of the circle, just kind of sitting there like, hey, there's nobody here. He gets the one-timer, and it's a 4-2 hockey game. You see what happens? We back all the way up to that second period goal, and it just kind of dwindled away from there. And then the Leafs give him an empty-netter, and it's a 5-2 game, and we're like, wow, this thing is way over. There's no doubt this is over. Then Justin Hall scores within 2 minutes to play. Way 5-3 game. A minute later, John Tavares scores. Hey, holy crap, it's a 5-4 game with 37 seconds left. We have seen this before. Yeah, we saw it in the last game against Chicago, and they lost. You know why? Because they tried to come back from 2 goals with less than a minute to play and see what happens. It happened again. This time you were down 3 goals, and you scored one in the 18th minute of the period, the 19th minute of the period, and you can't score. As we said in the last video, as we know as Leaf fans, they give you hope, then they break your heart. That's what we are known as for Leaf fans. Every Leaf fan will say the exact same thing. Oh, well, they show us some great things. Wow, early in the season, they're scoring at will. They're doing great. Everything's fantastic. All Freddie needs to do is, make some big saves. He's having a tough October, and he has a great start to November. While the Leafs are playing a little bit better, they've won 3 in a row, and then down goes the drain. They played awful today. As I said, they played a combined 20 good minutes, the final 3, and then the 17 minutes in the second period. You can't win a game like that, especially on the road in, is it Long Island still? I don't know, Nassau Coliseum. They moved from Brooklyn pretty damn fast, but the Islanders are a good team. You can't give up that many opportunities to a good team. They're a hard team. They play fast. They play physical. They're a strong team to play. That's why they are 13-3-1. That's why they went on an 11-game win streak, because they are a very good hockey club. You can't give them golden chances. The Leafs gave them countless opportunities today. Freddie made a couple big saves, but that one in the second period, that late second period goal just kind of deflated the entire team. He makes that save, freezes the puck, gets the defensive zone draw, but calms everything down. They don't score the rest of the period. We go into the third period tied. The Leafs dominated the second. They were down 2-0 after 1. They end up tying it after 2. And then the third period's a whole new hockey game. But instead, you give them that late second period goal. They have all the momentum going in the third. They have that crazy penalty kill they had. They get the power play. They bury one. You're done. That's it. You can't let things like that happen. As we have said for the last 3 years or however long I've been doing these videos, the first 5 minutes of a period and the final 5 are the most crucial of any period. The first 5 builds momentum. Leafs score less than a minute into the second period. And look at that. They dominated the period. Problem. You gave up less than 5 minutes to play in the second period. You gave up a goal. They dominated the third. It is very important. As in basketball, you got to finish the quarter strong. You got to finish the half strong. You got to finish the period strong. And the Leafs have not done so. That's why they're losing a lot of hockey games. They're not keeping the puck out of the net. People want to blame Mike Babcock all they want. Go do so. But in the end, the team on the ice, those are the guys that have to play. I have not been impressed with Muzzin. I gotta say, I haven't seen much of Morgan Riley. Yeah, he had an assist today, but I haven't seen much of him. What has he done? Yeah, point-wise, he looks okay. He's got this many points. You know what? I don't care. This guy can have 100 points for all I care. All I damn care. If he's awful defensively, and if he's making bonehead mistakes, it's not fun to watch. Riley's almost a point-per-game defender. That's nice to see. But again, you're losing a lot of hockey games, so all those points don't mean anything. They just don't. Matthews has put up some great numbers this year, goals-wise. He's got, 13 goals, 13. He's got 26 points in 20 games. Wow, that's awesome. The Leafs are 9-7-4. That's not good. Those points don't mean a damn thing. They just don't. And as I said in the last few videos, the Leafs have some crazy road schedules now. They lost their first 2 games of the 13 of 16 on the road. In Chicago, now in New York. I think it was both 5-4 games, now that I think about it. Yeah, both 5-4, and you tried to come back late. How about you get the lead? And don't squander that lead in the next minute or 2 after you get the lead. Get the early lead, dominate play, win a hockey game. That's all we ask. Now, dominate the hockey game maybe is a tall task, but get the first goal, have the lead, and play with the lead instead of trying to come from behind all the time, because that's what this team has done most of this year. I'm surprised they're over 500, considering that they've played from behind all year long. And it doesn't get any easier, people. One of the 3 games in the next, I guess it's now 14 games at home is on Friday against the Boston Bruins. It doesn't get any easier, people. You just played a great Islanders team in New York. The Boston Bruins have lost 4 straight, technically, but they're still the Boston Bruins at Scotiabank Arena. In my eyes, this is a statement game. You want to see the Leafs come out flying, get the first goal, and play a solid hockey game. And I'd love to see a regulation victory against Boston at home. Because, once again, the Leafs are on a back-to-back. I swear to God, they're playing a back-to-back every other day, for God's sakes. And they go to Pittsburgh. And we're probably going to see Kazimir Kaskasuo in net. Because obviously Michael Hutchinson got waived, so we're going to see something. Pittsburgh's 10-6-2 on the year, and they're still the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, the schedule's not easy. Tough balls. You got to play. You got to show up. You got to show up to the arena and play. This team has not shown up the last couple games until the last few minutes of a hockey game, and then at points during the game. That can't happen. Not against the Bruins, not against the Penguins, not against any playoff team that you are hoping to face come April, May, and June. They got to be better. I understand it's still early in the season, we're on halfway, blah, blah, blah. The Leafs look awful right now. They look awful. Zach Hyman was back today. I thought he was great. Considering how much time he missed, I thought he looked great. Might have been tired late in the game. I understand that. So I'm not going to get on him for that. I thought he looked really good. Mitch Marner, you're seeing the loss from that guy. Now, again, it's keeping the puck out of the net that's the issue. So, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what else to say. I just basically let it all go all at once. And now we're going to see how it all plays out on Friday against the Bruins. The Leafs have tomorrow off, and then they play the Bruins at Scotiabank Arena on Friday. We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out, though, guys. All right, so you know what? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this Rage video and enjoyed the video overall, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your guys' thoughts on the video, your guys' thoughts on the game, your thoughts on everything towards this Leaf team and what the heck is going on. And I want to hear your guys' assumptions about what do you expect this team. Do you expect them to kind of find it out? Or do you think they're going to make it all happen? I don't know. You know what? This is going to be a crazy, crazy stretch for this Leaf team. But they got to find a way to get some W's. Because the losses are piling up a little bit here. You know what? They had that, 3-game win streak or 4-game win streak, whatever it was. They've now lost 2 in a row in regulation. So that really doesn't mean anything anymore, those 3 or 4 games. Doesn't mean squat. Because now you've just lost a couple afterwards. Good teams don't let that happen. Especially 5-4 in both games. You just can't let that happen, all right? So, guys, comment down below everything towards this team and everything towards the way this team is playing, all right? Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys, Raptors edition a little bit later on tonight as they're in Portland taking on the Blazers. Game's be starting in about 15 minutes, so it's exciting to see that. No OG, obviously, no Lowry, no Ibaka, so it's going to be a tough one, but Portland has not played well this year. They're really missing Yusuf Nurkic, but we're going to see how it all plays out, though, later tonight for the Raptors, looking to get back into the win column after that tough loss against Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, all right? And as for the Leafs, as we've talked about, their next game is on Friday at Scotiabank Arena against the Boston Bruins, 7 p.m. puck drop. Tuukka Rask, Frederik Andersen are the expected goaltenders in that game on Friday. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.